This is Amani with Bill Brothers, starting my digital inspection. We're at a property in the Santee area, and with these digital inspections, we always look to start underneath the eaves just to get an idea of the condition of the wood. Now, the eaves consist of, we have the fascia board, we have the rafter tails, and then normally we have starter boards, but in this case we have plywood. And you can see right off the bat just how rotted out this is. So it looks like water has been getting into this wood decking for quite some time. And there's a couple other areas where there are exposed wood, and that wood is pretty rotted out. Now, what we're looking at here is a 3-tab asphalt shingle roof, and there's 2 layers on the bottom section, and then there's only 1 layer up on the second story. And before I even get up, there's a ton of exposed nail heads. We have blown off shingle tabs, right? You can see the damage done here. We have exposed nail heads along this roof to wall flashing. A lot more blown off shingle tabs. So these are all active leaks, right? We have wood that is completely exposed as well. And overall, we see a ton of granule loss. The reason why this happens is those oils began to evaporate from baking in the sun for years and years, and those granules start to fall off. And that's when you start to see that shine come through. That's actually the fiberglass on the shingle tabs themselves. You can see a lot more granule loss on the ridge caps, but the common theme here is we're seeing a ton of exposed nail heads. And we also have solar on here. I'll count the panels after, but yeah, we have 2 sets of panels. And then we also have a flat section with a modified bitumen torch down in the back. So looking at this, you can see how all the granules start to pile up. You can see some ponding, right? That's where all the granules are beginning to accumulate. And well, we actually have another leak right here. So again, this is a flat section or low slope section, so this is never a good sign anytime we see severe damage to the roofing material in this section. So that is allowing water actively getting into there. Again, you can see more granules. So anywho, it is very clear that this roof has gone way past its life expectancy, okay? What we're gonna recommend is to tear this roof down to the wood decking, address any rotten wood that we see, just like so, and get that replaced pronto. And then what we wanna do is replace with new shingle once we get both layers off of this. And we are an Owens Corning preferred contractor, so we get that awesome 50-year product warranty. We actually back that with a lifetime workmanship because we're so confident in our work. And for the flat section, all right, I'm gonna recommend TPO for this flat section. TPO is a synthetic product. It's used on a lot of commercial buildings, and it does a very good job at reflecting the UV rays long term. It's highly good at keeping the water out, and it also prevents algae growth. So that's a superior product as far as keeping water out on flat sections. And we are licensed and certified to remove and reinstall these panels once the new roof is on, and make sure that all these anchor points are updated. We have new racking, right? So that will get done. These crew will actually take this off, store them on site, get the new roof on, and then those will go back on nice and neat. Another thing I noticed, right? This roof most likely is original because we don't see any drip edge. Drip edge is that metal flashing that goes along the fascia board and allows for the proper flow anytime it rains, so it doesn't soak into that wood. So we know that's something we're missing here. But yeah, I will get this out to the homeowner. Thank you.